The story of one of Vegas's most infamous cheats begins far from the bright lights of the Strip in 2002 with a dealer named Tran who works at the small Saquon Casino near San Diego, California.
He was a gambler through and through. He dealt cards at Saquon for a while, but then he got fired.
Armed with an advantage of knowing how security works from the inside, Tran hatches his plan to cheat the casino. But to do it, he needs help, and he's got it in all the right places. His wife, Van Tran, is also a dealer at Saquon, and her brother, Tran, just happens to manage the Asian table games.
Tran knew intimately how each game worked, so he could help develop their protocols of dealing for security, what have you. He also hired all the dealers, so that's where his knowledge came in.
The Tran gang focuses on mini baccarat, a table game where 2 hands are dealt per round. One is for the player, and the other is for the house or the bank. Players can bet on either hand. The hand closest to a 9 wins. Rules allow players to openly track and record cards and winning hands.
It's part of the game, so you can have a sheet of paper writing each the order of the cards that are coming out, which is kind of how they got the idea of tracking cards, because you're allowed to do it.
A member of the Tran Organization tracks the cards. Then, the dealer, who's also a member, uses his skill set to pull off one of the oldest tricks in the book, the false shuffle.
A false shuffle is simply making it appear that you're mixing the cards, but you're really not.
This is Van Tran. So you can see there's a large chunk of cards that are protected right here. And as we can see, it's going to be on the top of the deck. So she continues to have a very thick stack of cards throughout the whole shuffling process where she's protecting it.
Let's suppose that you recorded the exact order of these cards as the dealer picked them up. The dealer's in the scam, and the dealer keeps the cards in order. So for this demonstration, I'm going to put these cards face up on the top of the discard rack. On the next round, same thing would happen. The cards would get picked up in order. Now it comes time for the shuffle, and the dealer would mark the spot and then shuffle to it. All of these shuffles will be fine. No false shuffles. Not a false shuffle. Now here's the group that was recorded. This is the only shuffle that will be false. And watch carefully. It looks as though I'm shuffling the cards. In fact, I'm not mixing the cards.
After the dealer finishes the false shuffle, the Tran players at the table must wait for their tracker to signal them that the winning sequence of cards are in play. Because they know the exact order of these cards and who's going to win, all bets are dramatically increased.
They only needed one person who really knew what the betting scheme was. So that one person will make a bet, and then everyone else that's with them at the table will make that same bet. All of a sudden, the entire table wins.
To perfect their skills, the Tran Organization does a number of test runs at the small, quiet Saquon Casino. At first, they stay low-key, keeping winnings down to a few $100s. But eventually, surveillance spots Van Tran not following shuffling procedure. She is fired. But by then, they know their scam works, and they're ready for larger action. By early 2003, the Tran Organization has expanded to include about 15 family members. Soon, they take their cheat on the road to Cache Creek Casino near Sacramento, California. Before long, they are making big money. In just 1 month, they clear $158,000. They want more, but to do it, they'll need more insiders who are willing to fix the deck.
Because they went from jurisdiction to jurisdiction, they had to have different dealers cheating in every jurisdiction.
They would go into different casinos, and they would just have a friendly chat up with the dealers. They tended to go for the people that might already have had a gambling problem, so they would pick out their vulnerabilities if they might have some financial situation or if they're just looking for a little bit of excitement.
If someone is on the fence about joining the organization, the Tran recruiters get creative.
Sometimes Van Tran would go into the casinos and kind of flirt with the guys, trying to get them to, well, maybe we could date a little bit if you want to try doing this cheat with us. And they would just play up that it's a great lifestyle, you're going to be so happy that you joined our organization, and all you have to do is learn how to do the shuffle.